This is how you make an MLA template. Start with the blank document. First thing you want to do is set up the basic formatting. Most of the commands are going to be up at the top underneath format. Underneath format you'll find page. First thing is to set your page margins. Here's the various things that you can format. We want to format the page the right size, but the margins are off. All these margins should be 1 inch. You can type in the number 1, hit the tab key. Notice how it's selected. Hit the number 1 again, hit the tab key. If the text is highlighted, it means it's selected. You don't have to backspace over it. Whatever you type will replace it. So let's change our margins. So now we have 1 inch margins all the way around. Next thing we need to do is to turn on the header for MLA. So we choose the header and we simply say header on. The default spacing alignments, sizes, margins should be adequate. So let's hit OK and take a look and see. One of the things we'll notice is that the top margin is 1 inch, then the header. The header should actually be part of the top 1 inch. So over here on the left side, we can grab this and we can move this up to 1/2 inch. That now changes the top margin to 1/2 inch, including our header. First thing you'll want to do at this point is to save your document. So click on the floppy disk for save. Give it the correct name, which is last name _ first name _ CIS 101. And the type of this is going to be a template. So instead of choosing a plain document, we want to make sure that it's an OTT, which stands for Open Template. We want to put it underneath our correct folder. We should have underneath your home documents a summer 2013 folder to stick all your assignments in so you don't lose them. All your classes should be organized this way. You might have a VVC folder. Underneath VVC have all your classes. Because I'm an instructor, my work is different than my classes. I have things organized a little bit different. Underneath summer, good place to save it. There's the name. Oh, it's supposed to be called last name, first name, CIS 101 _ MLA _ template. And that's all in the instructions. And we are capitalizing everything this way. This is called title case. Like the title of something, you capitalize the first character of each word, and abbreviations like MLA, Modern Language Association, and CIS, Computer Information Systems, FBI, always capitalized. Go ahead and save that. Next thing we're going to want to do is to change our spacing. In MLA format, spacing is double spaced. So up here at the top, you can look, and if you can see it, you'll find something to indicate the various line spacing. But if not, we have the word format again, and this time we're going to be formatting our paragraphs. And the paragraphs, all we have to do is choose double spacing. And now by default, everything will be double spaced. Back to the header. In the header, we want to have our last name, a space, and then the page number. But we don't type the page numbers in manually every time. Instead, what we do is we use the command up at the top called insert, and we are going to automatically have an insert, a data field, which represents the page number. This will automatically number all the pages. And you can see it's got a little shading behind it that indicates that it is a data entry. And the last thing we want to do is align this to the right side and save this. Okay. Next thing we need to do is to create a second page that will hold the works cited. We can either go up to insert, a manual break, give us a list of types. The default is a page break. Put a second page break in there. Here's our second page. This is going to be our works cited, so we will name it works cited. Now, one of the things I need to get you out of the habit of doing, a lot of you, when you want to center something, you simply go space, 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 and just keep holding the space bar down and go tab, 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 tab until you think it's centered. But it's not. Up at the top here, there's this non-printing characters mark. And what that does is that shows you all the wrong things that you've typed in. When I grade your paper, I'm going to be looking at these things. That's not how we center things. That's not how we right justify things. If we want to center something, very easy up here at the top is a center icon. Okay? So there's that. And we hit the return key. Now at this point we need to move the margin back to be aligned to the left. So we click on Align Left. Okay, we're going to come back and format this page. While we're here, let's go ahead and do this. Up here are the margins. And again, all these requirements in the instructions, what we need to do is to first move the paragraph in 1/2 inch. A works cited is indented just the opposite of a paragraph. In a paragraph, the first line is indented 1/2 inch, and then the lines underneath it are left justified. These two characters up here, these two arrows, the top arrow pointing down indicates the first line. That means it's going to be lined up against the left margin. The bottom one indicates all the other lines in that paragraph. In this case, they're going to be indented 1/2 inch. Okay? And that is only for the works cited. Okay, let's go back up now and go to our MLA. Periodically, we want to go up. Now that we have it our name, we want to save this. Now we need to start the MLA heading. The first thing is your name. Type in your name. Second thing is your instructor's name. Third thing is going to be the class, CIS 101. And I always have you put the section number down, and I have you do it by doing dash and then putting the numbers. This class is 46280. Many instructors might have more than one class. Putting a section number after that lets them know what class you belong in. It makes it easier for them to put your grade in. The last line is the due date of the assignment. There's a couple different ways that you'll see this formatted. I'll accept any of the main MLAs. The way I prefer is that you actually spell out the month, put the date in, and then the year. Not 2913, 2013. Okay, hit the return key, and then this is where your title is going to be. We'll give it a placeholder right now. Hit the return key, go up here and tell this to center, and then down here all we have to do is start typing our text in, and if we wanted to, we could even take wrong one, grab the top one, indent it 1/2 inch like a paragraph now, and hit the save button, and the project is done. This is now your completed works cited. Took me just 8 minutes to do all this. That's because I know what I'm doing. You guys can rewind this, play it back and forth as you want. One thing you want to check is all your spacing. Sometimes it might look like it's a little more than double spaced. If you right click and go to paragraph, sometimes, especially if you use Microsoft Word, it might add an extra 0.14 inch at the bottom, giving it a little more than a double spacing. You want to make sure you remove that. Just if you use Microsoft Word. If you stick with my Open Office, you won't have that problem. Okay, and the last thing is to save it. If the floppy disk is grayed out, that means you have not made any changes since the last save, and it's good to go. It's got the correct name. Should remember where you saved it. It's got the correct extension, OTT, and you're done. Go ahead and upload this now.